Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are here and we're here and we're finally back. This is going to be a general reading that we will do for the week of July 19th to July the 25th, 2021. Let me just get rid of my mouse here. And so this is going to be for all signs and it's going to be very specific to your goals and how you're working towards your goals and any achievements and how that's kind of coming along. So whether you have a wellness goal that you set for yourself, a financial goal, career, maybe you have a side hustle, this is going to be for you. Okay, so let's get started. And know that this is for all signs, general reading. So just, take it or leave it. Like anything and everything else in life. Basically, if it resonates, then that's fantastic. If it doesn't resonate, obviously the message is not for you. Okay, let's get started. So, oh my goodness. So, first of all, it's been a hot minute, you guys, since I've been here. Finally, we are somewhat settled in, and I'm actually getting most of my things ready here. And if you're hearing noises in the background, that's because we have a very special guest. My little boy is here with us. He's just about to fall asleep. So what is your message for the collective about their goals? What should they know this week about their goals? Too many. Way too many. What should the collective know about their goals for this week, please? Thank you. So you're working on things and there are some things that are kind of coming into place, but you are still having a hard time focusing and you're having a hard time with just seeing the positive aspects of like all the progress that you have made, even though like it shows that you have made progress and you are being handed these opportunities, but yet here we are somehow focused on how things are just not coming along. So, but isn't that interesting of how much color we have going on here? And you have the Magician upside down. You need to basically, your message, Spirit is reminding us today that you have to kind of go within. So perhaps it's a little bit of time for you to have a little bit of self-care. And as you connect these two together, things just become a lot more brighter and a lot more colorful. So what does that really mean when it comes to, oh, and it looks like my light gave up. So we're really reminded right now that if you take some time to take care of yourself, to do a little bit of self-care, that will go absolutely a long way, because you're never going to really find what your soul is really calling you to do or to really manifest unless you take some time for yourself. And here's the funny thing is that that's how you actually find some balance. And we're all kind of striving towards, maybe one of your goals really is just to find that balance of work and home, or you want to find the balance between when to push and when to rest. Perhaps some of your goals are not necessarily a goal as in, I want to save $10,000. So it might not be financial, it might not be health related, but you're literally energetically, you're trying to find a balance. And the thing is, the Spirit is sort of telling you that if you shift your focus and you go inwards, you can actually find a little bit more balance when it comes to making progress, which is ultimately what it comes down to. Okay, let's see what else should we know about this week. What else is coming up for us energetically? What is your message for the collective when it comes to their goals this week, please? Thank you. Perseverance. So here's the thing. Whenever you get started with anything, really, one of the biggest things that we're reminded here is that you need to have a little bit of grit. You need to sort of look at things like you're expecting it to be challenging, not impossible, but just challenging enough that, you know, you are being called to really step up to the plate. And not only that, but you're not only overcoming the challenges, whatever that may be. Maybe you're just feeling stuck. It could just be perseverance. To me, it's all about grit and about staying the course and doing the things even when nobody is looking. So whatever it is, like if we're just doing things because, you know, we're getting that payoff, that energetic payoff of, you know, people admiring us, or we're, you know, people are just making us feel really good inside, then we're really doing all of this for the wrong reasons. So here we're really reminded that do the things, and it's like I can hear it, like do the things even when nobody is looking. Do the hard things even when nobody is looking, because ultimately over the long term that actually really, really pays off. And one of the biggest things is to have the courage. So the courage card, to me, it's all about tapping into that side of you, which to me, like, this makes perfect sense that you have perseverance and courage together, because, well, a couple of things. It does take courage for you to really slow down, slow your roll, and really tap in of what your intuition is trying to tell you versus what your mind, your logical mind, is trying to tell you. Because those are, to me, they're two totally different things. So if you're still relying on your logical side of your brain and you're relying on your intellect to sort of guide you, then I feel like you're really missing the point. The courage, to me, really doesn't come from, you know, stepping up to a bully or anything. It really, to me, when we're talking about courage, and especially with the Magician card, they kind of coincide that you need to have the courage to really face not only your shortcomings, which most of us tend to do fantastically well at pointing out what they are, but have the courage to really give yourself the credit where it's due. Give the credit where it's absolutely needed. And let me see if I can get one more guidance here. What is your message for the collective for this week, please? What is your message for the collective? Purpose. Yeah. When it comes to finding that balance, then I think that when you find that harmony between the things that you're juggling, and most of us are juggling more than one thing. Like generally, I don't know about you, but I tend to set more than one goal in one area of my life, and sometimes I just need to see that we're making progress, that we're sort of inching away at, we're sort of chipping away at things. But here, for you to, basically what I'm getting from these two guys is that when you take some time to take care of yourself first, you will find that inner balance, or that inner payoff, and through the doing you will also sort of see what your main purpose is, what is really your job, of like, why are you here, like what is your main purpose that you're here to change, what aspect of your life are you here to change, and how can spirit really support you in all of that? Because you do have all your guides here, but it's just a matter of, will you ask them to give you help? Will you ask them to give you some guidance on how to find that inner balance between what's happening and how you're working towards things? Because it's great that you want to kind of go further and to achieve more, but at the same time, you need to remember that sometimes you need to ask for help. Okay, let's see what the messages that are coming up. This is the Starseed Oracle deck. So let's see if we have some messages for you for this week that will really help us shift and tap into just inching away at what we're working towards. What are, like, how can we move forward, right? Especially for some of you, I think that it's going to be like a complete mindset shift altogether, because with COVID, it just changed the way that we're looking at our goals, and maybe your goals have completely shifted from what they were. Even from, 6 months ago, things are changing every day. Okay, here we are. So let's see what else is coming up for you guys for the collective for the week. What else do we have going on here? Isn't that funny? If you guys look at the colors that we have, like, we're like so well coordinated right now. What is your message for the collective for today when it comes to their goals, please? What is your message for the collective? Yeah. Some of you guys are working really hard and you're wondering why you're not making progress. And some of you guys really need to get some help. Really need to get some outside help. Let me actually get the book for this, because if you guys are not familiar with the Danielle Noel decks, they're, first of all, excuse me, they're fantastic, but there's just so much meaning to some of these cards. I just wanted to see this one, the 7 Star Sisters. There we go. There are new creations that want to be born, and beauty is yearning to be woven, and new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. So if you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to the creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness, and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder the question, what wants to be birthed through you, and what new creations are whispering in your ear. Basically, it's like this. If you shift your focus and you stay the course, there's something new that you're going to be creating. Like, something new is coming, but you need to create some space and some time to actually tap in, so that maybe it's a restart on some of your goals, or maybe it's a readjustment of some sort. But nevertheless, the big thing to remember here is that something new is trying to come through, but it can only come through as if you create the circumstances for it to come through. So the way things are right now, you might be feeling stuck. Maybe some of you might be feeling stuck with some of your goals and making progress. Like, you might have a really good direction, but you might be feeling, maybe you're overthinking it, or just something just getting in the way. And that's sort of why you're just a little bit disappointed. Like, maybe some of you are just sort of looking at it like, why am I not making progress? How come I only made it this far with so much effort that I put in? Whatever the case may be there. But the thing is that you're being reminded to just stay the course, but perhaps just adjust, just pivot just a little bit, because there's something new that's trying to come through, or there's something that's sort of trying to come in, but it can't, because you're not creating the circumstances for it. So you're being reminded to just kind of slow your roll and kind of tap in a little bit. And the big thing is that, you know, obviously use what you're given. Like there is a gateway, like perhaps you're moving towards something, like you are making progress here, but at the same time, remind yourself of why you started working towards it in the first place. Like, why was this important to you? Why was this particular project or this particular thing that you're working on, why was it so important to you in the first place? Was it because of, again, was it because of money, or was it because you would be getting the accolades, or you would be getting acknowledgement or attention from people? Or was it for you? Like, if you find a deeper meaning, just you're being reminded of, just try to zoom out a little bit. Don't get frustrated, and just focus on why you started in the first place. Because you are moving towards the light, like you are moving towards it, like you're making progress. Like all of these cards sort of saying the same thing, that you're making progress, but at the same time, you might just need to recalibrate a little bit for you to get there. And the other part of it is that make sure that you guys include a little bit of fun in all of this, because you're not here to work and to struggle through your lifetime. You're here to tap into your highest and most authentic version of yourself and bring that to life so that it can be here as the best expression of yourself. And so a lot of that, it doesn't come through, you know, like heartache and negativity, and like it doesn't come through that. It usually comes through when people talk about being in the flow, so to say, that comes through joy, right? It comes through the highest vibration of it all. And in order for you to raise your vibration, you need to tap into all the things that bring you joy and bring you pleasure and bring you fun. And perhaps maybe look at it from, how would you want to approach your goals from a new set of eyes if you were talking to yourself when you're 10 years old? And I think that's such a nice way of looking at it, because we get so stuck sometimes of just, you know, being so serious, and it's almost like if you bring joy to things, then it's almost like it's not as worthy of a cause. I don't know, like it depends on culturally, it depends on like how you look at fun and joy. But I think that you make a lot more progress when you're happy doing it. So, you know, just kind of remind yourself of that. And if I would have like one underlying message for you, it would be this: you're making progress. You have done a fantastic job so far. Keep going, but have the humility to tap into to just try to reevaluate and see if that's still what you want or not. And if it is, then keep going, but maybe just recalibrate your energy just a little bit so that you're doing it with a little bit more joy in your life, because you are not here to suffer in this lifetime. You are here to tap into the highest vibration that is available to you. And this is all I have for you, but looks like you're overall going to have, you know, a really good week, and you're making progress. So if this has resonated with you guys, please comment below and let me know on how you are doing with moving along with your goals. If you feel so moved to do so, then you're welcome to also share with us what your goals are, so we can all cheer you on in this community. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are moving into making more weekly readings, energy readings. So if you guys like this format, just let me know. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again in my next one. Bye.